There was a time when dinner was my enemy. Every night I'd tell myself, don't eat after 6 p.m. you'll gain weight, so I'd skip dinner. I'd scroll through my phone with a rumbling stomach, convincing myself that hunger meant I was being disciplined. But around 10 p.m., discipline always failed. I'd open the fridge and eat whatever I could find. Leftover pizza, cookies, chips. The guilt would hit me like a wave, and I'd promise myself, tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow never was. It took me months to realize that dinner wasn't the problem. The way I treated food was. Skipping meals only made me binge later. Restricting myself too harshly made me crave unhealthy foods. My weight didn't drop, my energy was worse, and every night felt like a battle I couldn't win, so I decided to start over. What if instead of skipping dinner, I learned how to eat it the right way? That one question changed everything. I began experimenting with smaller portions. I remember one night I roasted some sweet potatoes, grilled a piece of salmon, and filled half my plate with broccoli and spinach. It wasn't fancy, but it felt satisfying and light. For the first time I went to bed without feeling bloated or hungry. The next morning I woke up refreshed. That moment taught me something powerful. You don't have to suffer to lose weight. You just have to make better choices. I started seeing dinner differently. It wasn't a punishment or a temptation anymore, it was fuel. A way to nourish my body before it rested and repaired itself overnight. The more I learned, the more sense it made. Dinner should be balanced but light. Half your plate filled with vegetables, a fist-sized portion of lean protein like chicken, tofu, or fish, and a small serving of complex carbs. That simple combination transformed my evenings. I also realized carbs weren't the villain I thought they were. I used to believe eating rice or bread after sunset would turn straight into fat. Science says otherwise. What matters most is the total calories you consume in a day, not the time you eat them. Choosing slow-digesting carbs like quinoa or sweet potatoes gave me steady energy without the crash. Another trick that saved me from overeating was adding volume with vegetables. A big plate of roasted carrots, zucchini, and spinach made me feel full, even though it was low in calories. It was like a cheat code for my brain. My plate looked full, my stomach felt satisfied, and I wasn't secretly counting the minutes until my next snack. Speaking of snacks, late-night cravings were my biggest enemy. I'd always want something sweet after dinner. Instead of fighting that craving, I started planning for it. A few berries, a piece of dark chocolate, or a small bowl of Greek yogurt with honey was enough to satisfy my sweet tooth without derailing my progress. This simple habit prevented countless late-night kitchen raids. One thing I stopped worrying about was timing. People say you shouldn't eat after 7 p.m. or that late-night dinners make you fat, but truthfully eating dinner at 8 or even 9 won't ruin your progress if your meals are balanced. What did make a difference was finishing dinner about 2 hours before bedtime. That gave my body time to digest and helped me sleep better. Soon, dinner became a calming ritual. I'd cook something simple, set the table and put away my phone. Eating mindfully changed everything. I started noticing flavors, chewing slowly, and recognizing when I was full. The guilt and stress around food started fading away. Here are a few of my go-to dinners that feel like comfort food, but are weight loss friendly. A grilled salmon fillet with roasted sweet potatoes and steamed spinach, stir-fried chicken with broccoli, mushrooms, and a small serving of brown rice, a veggie omelet with avocado slices and a slice of whole grain bread, shrimp tossed with zucchini noodles and garlic. They're simple, quick, and don't leave you feeling heavy before bed. Looking back, I wish I had known this sooner. Skipping dinner or eating nothing but salad isn't the answer. Healthy eating isn't about punishment, it's about balance. Dinner is an opportunity to refuel, not something to fear. Now, instead of dreading nighttime cravings, I enjoy sitting down to a meal that makes me feel good. And because I stopped being so extreme, I actually started seeing results. Steady weight loss, better energy, and a healthier relationship with food. So, if you're struggling with weight gain and dinner feels like a trap, try this instead. Fill half your plate with vegetables, add lean protein for satiety, choose carbs that give you energy, not a crash. Plan a small treat so you don't end up binging, eat mindfully, and give yourself permission to enjoy your food. Weight loss doesn't come from hating food, it comes from understanding it. So tonight, don't skip dinner. Make something simple, nourishing, and satisfying. And when you put your fork down, take a moment to feel proud, not because you starved yourself, but because you took care of your body. If this story resonated with you, subscribe to my channel. Together, we'll build a healthy lifestyle, not through shortcuts, but through small, sustainable choices. One meal at a time.